Starting with the second slide for your bill of exchange chapter, retiring a bill under repaid. What does this mean? I'll explain it to you. Now there is a drawee that needs to pay, or the acceptor of the bill needs to pay, correct? Now when they can't pay, then the bill is dishonored. But there can be a situation when they want to pay before the due date or the date of maturity. So what they do is pay before date of maturity. Any bill needs to be paid after 3 months, but they want to pay it in 1 month only. So what will happen? Then the bill will no longer be into existence for 3 months, because the bill is being paid right now only, and so the bill will retire. It is called as retiring of bill. Retiring of bill. For acceptor, rebate will be a gain, and for holder it will be a loss. Now since the bill is being paid before due date, so for one party it will be the rebate for one party will be an income, and for other party it will be an expense. How? Let's see. Books of holder of the bill. He actually had to receive money 3 months later, but receiving it now only. So he will have to give a rebate for receiving it earlier. So in his books, that will be an expense. How? Let's pass the entry. He is receiving cash right now. So bank or cash account debit, money has come, but then not with the full amount. Some amount he is giving it as rebate. Let's take an example. The total money is 10,000. So rebate account debit. Rebate account debit by the rebate amount to bill receivable. Bill receivable, and assert has a debit balance. When you credit it, it has finished. So say bill receivable was for 10,000 rupees, but since the holder is getting the money earlier, only 9,500 rupees is paid to his bank account, and 500 is the rebate. So the rebate amount for the holder of the bill is an expense. Okay, small thing you need to remember. Now in the books of the acceptor, when it is expense for one party, isn't it income for the other party? Bill payable and bill payable account will be debited because no longer into existence. He is paying it earlier. So bill payable finishes. Bill payable has a credit balance. When I debit it, I nullify that I am holding a bill. It is finished now. So bill payable account debit. Let's take the same example of 10,000 rupees. So bill payable account debit to cash or bank. Bill payable is of 10,000 rupees. I pay only 9,500 because I am paying earlier than the due date. So to rebate, that is 500 is what? It is my income. It is earned actually. It is earned. I am paying earlier, so I am getting a rebate here, and Here, since the time was after 3 months, but I am getting it right now, so the rebate is an expense in the books of holder. Okay, now one more explanation. I have an practical question relating to rebate or of your bill. So that we'll discuss later. Now, accommodation bill. Let's directly take up an example to understand what is accommodation bill. Say A needs some funds. A needs funds. Okay. So he draws a bill of exchange on B. B is his friend. So he draws a bill of exchange on B. Okay. On B. B accepts that bill of exchange and return it to A. Now B returns that bill to A, and A is a smart guy. What he'll do? He goes to the bank, and once he goes to the bank, what he does? He gets it discounted with the bank. That is, receives the money right now after the discounting charges. So, discounted with the bank, and he gets the money. Now, just before the due date, what A does is, he will send the amount to B so that B can pay. So, just before the due date, A will say due date is after 3 months. So, A will send the money to B just before the due date so that B can pay. Okay. Bill drawn for financial purpose is called a accommodation bill. That is, one party helps in financing the other party, or a question can be put is, say A is drawing a bill on B and B is drawing a bill on A. Both of them are helping each other. For 3 months they have the funds, and then both need to pay the bill also. So another way is, two parties accepts each other bill for help, and that too financing help. For financing purpose, when a bill is raised, it is known as accommodation bill. Let's start with the practicals.